Okay, so I typed in scrolls with an S, okay, and only two came up. And interestingly enough, okay, Acts 19:19. Hello, Gevura, Gabriel. So that Acts in Hebrew is Gevurot. Okay, so excuse me, had to burp there.
Pardon me. Yes. So scrolls back to it.
So when I say interestingly enough, because of 1919, so when we're getting drone gangs, dragonfly drone gang stalked at the grocery store, I look to my left and there's a truck there, and the license plate it goes nine. There's some whatever it was, but it went 9119. 9119. So I just got, oh, well, hello, September 11th, Jesus, 7/11 or 9/11. But my grandfather was born in 1919. So the dreams, the scrolls, okay, anyway. So these are the only two that have scrolls, okay? But, and then, okay, so my grandfather, that's the Assyrian, the Hebrew bloodline lineage from his side. So right when I'm seeing the ships and I can look over it, and then the things is 9119. Okay, anyway. So we're gonna do and we're just doing the NIV because I don't know, we're just feeling the NIV, the VIN number, the NIV, getting nivy with it, kind of like nib, because V's are B's anyway. So we're gonna show you. So when I had that dream and I looked up scroll because I was told scroll 3 times. This is the one right here. So Divine Feminine, I just did a reading, but I used my camera, my HD, like my good digital camera, so it's going to take a while. Hopefully they won't make it take 27,000 hours to upload once I get it onto my computer. But I made it, I tried to make it kind of short and sweet, so it will, hopefully we'll be able to get it up tonight. But if you want to check that out, especially Divine Feminine, if you're watching this video, I would go check that reading out, okay? If you're interested in the star family message about the earth, it's just pretty simple. It's the same one that's been prophesied, what's going to happen if we don't get together with Mother Nature, okay? So, they just, star family, they just wanted me to, reiterate that. So, this is the one, I believe, is because the dream was they're all feminine, red-haired, Jean, Anunnaki, one girl that I knew since 6th grade, another one who had a channel out here. I think she might still be out here. And she shaved her head, and she's like me, very like masculine, but has feminine twin, and it's like butterfly something. I can't remember the name, but she was there specifically. I think my bestie was floating around there somewhere. But they were all women and children, and women with red hair. Okay, and the thing that I was told to scroll. Okay, and then I'll show what this one of them made like in clay. And there was a bunch of cannabis too. My friend from 6th grade, she was like, "Oh, this is for them," like giving me and my twin big. It was just all simple stuff. It was nothing fancy like the clay thing. Anyway, I'll do a whiteboard session with that, but I'll show you what it looked like. But yeah, everything was like really simple. All the children and us were all just simple. It was like just simple food, simple clothes, very modest and simple. The gifts we were giving weren't like all wrapped up, and they were just like big, huge buds of big flowers of cannabis in a bag. Just big, generous, abundant, divine feminine, and children everywhere. It was just very much goddess, beautiful. Red hair, Anunnaki, whatever it is what it was. Okay, was, always. It's all timelines are one too. So that's why God says in the Bible. Okay, that's why that is, was, and will always be, because that is what we are. There is no separation of time or anything. So anyway, so Jeremiah 34:16. Okay. Oh, and I just realized that's 77. Look in the scroll of the Lord and read. None of these will be missing, not one will lack her mate. Her mate. Her mate, okay? And then I'll just read. For it is his mouth that has given the order, and his spirit will gather them together. Spirit, capital S, Holy Spirit, that's the Holy Ghost, that's Gabriel. Gather, okay, that's Gabriel, okay? So, she, the divine feminine, okay, and that's biblical too. She has a mate. God prepares a man of God for her, and she gets a mate. Just hope that you're lucky enough to be that man that gets to have the mate. Whatever, I'm just saying. So, and I'm not saying female, male, gay, this, we're so beyond that. We don't even go there. We don't do race, gender, sexuality, none of that, okay? We're beyond it. Beyond, transcend all. So, look in the scroll of the Lord and read, none of these will be missing, not one will lack her mate. For it is his mouth that has given the order, and his spirit will gather them together. So, just to read it in context, because there were hawks flying around, they probably weren't falcons because they weren't doing the screechy thing, but that doesn't mean they weren't falcons because they were pretty high up there, and falcons tend to swirl pretty high, but just because they weren't making their call doesn't mean it wasn't them, but they were there with all the gang stalkers, right? Family was there, so we have our, dude, we don't need to worry. So the owl will nest there and lay eggs. She will hatch them and care for her young. Under the shadow of her wings, there also the falcons will gather, each with its mate. Okay? They mate for life. You can just read that yourself. Okay? None of these will be missing, not one will lack her mate, for it is his mouth that has given the order, and his spirit will gather them together. He allots, okay? The window, Gabriel, He allots their portions, his hand distributes them by measure. They will possess it forever and dwell there from generation to generation. So, the Most High gives out his orders, okay? There's the Archangel Gabriel that does the divvying, okay, in the world of form, down here the proportions, okay, the body, the birth, the death, Gabriel, hello, Gabriel, generation to generation, okay, the birth, okay, I'm just saying. So, and that also lines up with my dream Tilte, okay, and Teeter and Tilte, and it was about, and the Bible verse that I pulled with it that corresponded when I went to the ER the next day or later that day, whatever. Nehemiah 10 through 13. Okay, and it's all about, all right, love, peace, and blessings.